the elf who killed a Balrog and died. To understand why Glorfindel is granted such authority in the Third Age, we must travel back over 6,000 years to the First Age and the fall of the hidden city of Gondolin. As the last great elven stronghold crumbled under the onslaught of Morgoth's dragons and orcs, a small group of refugees fled through the treacherous mountain pass of Cirith. Their escape was suddenly cut off by a Balrog, a primordial demon of fire and shadow. In this moment of absolute crisis, Glorfindel, the lord of the House of the Golden Flower, stepped forward. He did not fight for glory or territory. He fought to protect the future of his race, specifically the young child Eärendil, whose descendants would eventually include both Elrond and Aragorn. The duel that followed remains one of the most legendary feats in the history of Middle-earth. On a narrow precipice thousands of feet above the jagged rocks, Glorfindel engaged the Spirit of Shadow. Despite his exhaustion from the siege of the city, he hewed the Balrog's iron helm and eventually drove his blade into the demon's belly. However, as the Balrog plummeted into the abyss, it reached out and seized Glorfindel by his long golden hair, dragging the elf lord down to his death. This was a catastrophe, a sudden, horrific turn that nonetheless allowed for the salvation of the refugees. Glorfindel's body was later recovered by Thorondor, the king of eagles, and buried beneath a mound of stones, where, miraculously, yellow flowers grew despite the barren mountain air. This sacrifice is the foundation of Glorfindel's character. In Tolkien's world, death is the ultimate test of the soul, and Glorfindel's willingness to face a creature of ancient night to save others transformed his spirit. He was no longer just an elven lord, he became a symbol of selfless resistance against the darkness. This event set the stage for his unprecedented return as the Valar, the gods, watched from the west and determined that such a noble spirit deserved a destiny far beyond the silent halls of Mandos. Without the fall at Gondolin, the white fire seen by Frodo at the ford of Bruinen would never have existed.